Councillors, ladies and gentlemen, honorary aldermen, please be upstanding for the worshipful, the Mayor of Surrey Heath.
We commend our Mayor-to-be, Bob Hayton, and his Mayoress, Carol. We commend him to your loving care as he begins a busy year in and around the borough. Amid all the pressures of his office role, grant him wisdom, compassion, humility and insight, and a sense of humour and an ever-ready smile.
I would like to welcome members, honorary aldermen, guests and members of the public to the 41st annual meeting of Surrey Heath Borough Council, where the main priority is to elect the new Mayor and Deputy Mayor. So could I please have nominations for the position of Mayor for the ensuing year?
Thank you very much. I'd like to move that Councillor Bob Hayton be elected Mayor for the ensuing year, and that I would like to reserve my right to speak. Thank you.
Do you have a second?
Madam Mayor, I'd like to second that and reserve my right to speak as well.
Thank you very much.
At length.
Bob is an extremely social individual. I think he's single-handedly dispensing with a certain tightness that some of his countrymen are known for. As I am the financial portfolio holder, I'm looking forward to him continuing this trait. Bob, in the role of Deputy Mayor, with the help of his lovely wife Carol, have given great support to Beverley over the past year, and I'm sure have gained a flavour of what is to come. I have no hesitation in nominating Bob as the next Mayor of Surrey Heath, and would like to hand over to my dear colleague Colin Dugan, who would like to say just a few words from Chicago. Thank you.
Thanks, Richard. Good evening, Madam Mayor. Good evening, members. Thank you for allowing me to be part of annual council, despite the fact I'm 3,945 miles away in Chicago. And it wouldn't be right for me to conclude this proposal without mentioning another pillar from his life, and that's his family. Good evening, Carol, and good evening, Jamie. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Bob, I think you're going to make a superb mayor, and I look forward to supporting you throughout the year. Members, I do hope you're able to support Bob's nomination.
It was very difficult for me to second Bob. I did a lot of soul searching, but I convinced myself, and I wore a Scottish tie today just to convince myself even a bit more, to remind me why I was here. But Bob, it does give me great pleasure to second you. I know you and Carol are going to have a fantastic year. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Members, Councillor Bob Hayton has been nominated as Mayor for the ensuing year. Could I ask all those in favour please to indicate so by raising your hands? That's fine. Thank you, members. I now declare Councillor Bob Hayton elected as Mayor for the Borough of Surrey Heath for the ensuing year.
I, Bob Hayton, having been elected to the office of Mayor of Borough of Surrey Heath, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability. Wow, I'm not really sure I've got much to say after what was said on the one in the video from my proposer and seconder. Firstly, Councillor Richard and Councillor John, thank you very much. You obviously don't know me at all because those words were far, far, far too kind. But thank you. Thank you to all the councillors, my fellow councillors here, for the trust that you've put in me in this office. I will certainly do my best, and I know Carol and I will actually put every time, work and effort into making this year as successful as possible. I obviously will be busy this year, but I hope that that doesn't stop me from being sociable and being generous to my fellow colleagues here, but more importantly being generous to the people of Surrey Heath, who I really do want to support in every way that I possibly can. So thank you for proposing, seconding me and voting me in this office. Thank you. Next part of the job is very enjoyable, and I'd like to ask my wife, Carol, if she would come up and I can invest her with her badges of office as Mayoress. Beverly has been tireless in the work that she's done, and it really has been outstanding. I think she's visited nearly every other borough in Surrey, so she's not only represented us in Surrey Heath, but outside Surrey Heath as well. She's done it with charm, sophistication, but outrageous professionalism. I think anybody that's been at an event that Beverly and Malcolm have been at could never, ever have been more surprised that they actually represented the borough as well as they did. They have been fantastic. In a year, Beverly's done over 500 official functions, which is an incredible feat. But not only has she worked hard to go to all those official functions, she's raised, and I was going to give a bigger figure, but I've been advised against it until all the money's been collected. But I'm going to say in excess of £25,000 for charity. That's huge. So, Beverly and Malcolm, on behalf of all the people of Surrey Heath, thank you for the time that you've spent in your year of office. It's been a huge success, one that is almost worrying to actually to get anywhere near, but it's been fantastic, and thank you very much. And when we elected her, we didn't know that she had a secret weapon. And actually, she's had 2 secret weapons this year. And the first secret weapon is her husband and consort, Malcolm. Malcolm has done a fantastic job being with Beverly at nearly every function. And anybody, again, that knows Malcolm knows that he will have charmed everybody that came into contact with him. He has been a tremendous ambassador for Surrey Heath and a tremendous support for Beverly over that period of time. And the second secret weapon is in the shape of a magnificent asset of his, which is his 1932 Riley Stelvio. And I think that's probably now the most famous car in Surrey, and has taken Beverly to many events, and Malcolm has been the nominated driver at all of those events in his prized possession. But on behalf of Surrey Heath Borough Council, it's a beautiful, beautiful ball that I hope you'll treasure for years and years to come, and fruit may last a long time there. So well done.
Very kind. Thank you very much indeed. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much.
I'd now like to ask Reverend Bruce Nichol, who has kindly agreed to be my chaplain during the year of office from St Michael's Church, which is my ward in Camberley. Bruce.
You need a translator.
I'd like to say thank you very much to Reverend Jean Lewis for the job that she's done for me this year as chaplain and for the support she's given me throughout the year. She's been marvellous. So I would like to present her with this gift.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. All right.
I would now also like to thank my dear PA, Sarah Ruddock, who has been absolutely excellent and so supportive throughout my year. So, would you please accept this gift, Sarah?
The next item on the agenda is to appoint Deputy Mayor for the ensuing year. Can I have proposals for the nomination of Deputy Mayor?
Mr Mayor, thank you. Mr Mayor, members, I'd like to propose Councillor Joanne Potter as the Deputy Mayor for the ensuing year. Mr Mayor, I'd like to reserve my right to speak on.
And do you have a seconder? Councillor Leach.
Mr Mayor, I'll be pleased to second that. Thank you.
Members, Councillor Joanne Potter has been nominated as Deputy Mayor for the ensuing year. All those in favour, please indicate by raising your hand. That's unanimous.
I, Joanne Potter, having been elected to the office of Deputy Mayor of Borough of Surrey Heath, declare that I take that office upon myself and will duly and faithfully fulfil the duties of it according to the best of my judgment and ability.
I now invest Joanne Potter as my Deputy Mayor and welcome her to the role. I now invite Councillor Potter to say a few words.
Good evening, and I thank everybody for voting me in as your Deputy Mayor. I am looking forward to supporting the Mayor in his mayoral year, and I would also like to thank in advance the people who have promised to support me during my deputy year. Thank you. I'd also like to thank you, Craig, for those lovely kind words, and Paul. Thank you.
Can I ask that Mrs. Jackie Piper approach the dais to be invested as the Deputy Mayor's escort?